The girl pretended to be paralyzed and sat in a wheelchair for 3 years just to test her fiancé's loyalty. On the day before the wedding, the girl discussed with her father that they would offer a dowry of $10 billion on the wedding day and confess her true identity to her fiancé, because the girl was the daughter of the richest man in the world. However, when the girl excitedly went back to find her fiancé, unexpectedly, she heard the unbearable voices of her fiancé and her best friend. It was then that the girl realized that her fiancé was cheating on her. The girl angrily knocked on the door and saw her best friend and fiancé coming out with disheveled clothes. The two people who were discovered by the girl not only didn't admit their mistakes but also questioned the girl why she had interrupted them while they were arranging the wedding room. The angry girl didn't expose them immediately but dialed her father's phone right away. She decided to take revenge on her fiancé at the wedding the next day. On the road, the girl, who had difficulty moving around, was robbed by a thief. The helpless girl could only shout for help loudly. Fortunately, a man showed up in time and stopped the thief. He not only returned the girl's bag but also asked her if she needed any other help. However, the girl's answer shocked the man. Just because the girl asked the man to marry her, driven by curiosity, the man actually agreed to the girl's request. But what the girl didn't know was that the man in front of her was actually the president of another consortium. Soon, it was the wedding day. The girl picked up the microphone and announced in front of all the guests that she was going to dump her fiancé today. Everyone was shocked. At this time, the mother of the fiancé rushed onto the stage. She angrily rebuked the girl, saying that she had no right to abandon her fiancé. The girl thought she was ridiculous. Just as she was about to expose that scandal, the fiancé quickly stepped forward to stop the girl. Then he told everyone that the real bride was actually the girl's best friend. However, as soon as the fiancé's words fell, the girl's best friend walked in confidently. She stood beside the girl and tried to give the girl $100,000 to make her leave the fiancé. But as the daughter of the richest man, the girl didn't need the money. Instead, she said that if her best friend knelt down and slapped herself 50 times in public, she would give up her place. The best friend was furious. The fiancé immediately threw a breakup agreement at the girl and asked her to sign it and leave. But to the fiancé's surprise, the girl directly tore up the agreement and threw it in his face. She made it clear again that this was the banquet for her to divorce her husband and that the real groom would arrive soon. The fiancé mocked and said that no one would marry a disabled girl. Seeing that the girl still refused to leave, the best friend then ordered people to carry her out. However, just then, the president arrived at the scene with a wedding gift worth $10 million. Then he proposed to the girl sitting in the wheelchair. At this time, everyone realized that the girl's identity was not simple. Immediately after that, the girl who had been paralyzed for 3 years actually stood up.